And I look over at him and I just completely forget how to speak Portuguese.
Really?
Completely forgot to speak Portuguese, and Portuguese is the only thing he knows.
In between your long distance relationship,
Mm-hmm.
or the one that ended because of long distance, and Luke, how long was time spent with that?
So I consider myself a serial monogamous.
Uh-huh.
And not because I seek out relationships, but they just happen to perfectly fall in line.
Yeah.
After this first awful relationship that I had, it was less than a week.
Less than a
week before I'd gone out for dinner with, the relationship, this new relationship, not Luke, Jacob is his name. So I'd broken up with a shitty person. I met Jacob. About less than a week after I ended that previous one. And ever since, we've just kind of like inseparable.
That's a pretty short amount of time.
Yeah.
You don't ever think, because you hear people when they get out of relationships, well, it might be different because it wasn't like a bad ending with the dude from Spain, right? But a lot of times girls are like, I don't want to be to myself for a while.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I really didn't want to do that. I did. And
but you couldn't help it, Luke just had it.
I really couldn't, and I was just kind of like, I moved to a new city. I was being single. I was doing my own thing, but honestly, it was about 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks after. I'd been single for like 2 weeks, and then it wasn't it.
All right, so were you able to at least, go on? Did you have another date between you and that guy and Luke? So Luke was the first date after.
Yeah, and the first. I feel like my first dates were so good that I just started dating the person for like years. No, literally, after that shitty relationship, I feel like some higher power was like, oh, you need to compensate for all that shit you went through. So he, had a really, I have really good first dates. I think the best experience I've had, like first date, is just like the one that sticks out the most in my head. And I, for some reason, thought that it would be a great idea to go winter surfing as a first date when I had never winter surfed before.
Yeah.
So I think that was just definitely something like different, that people don't usually do on their first date. And it was the middle of January in Newport, Rhode Island. It's freezing, and I don't have any equipment for surfing. So me and this guy, we drive to Newport, Rhode Island. We go to First Beach. He has a suit of his own. It's perfectly tailored to him. He surfs, it's his thing. He has his board, and we have to go rent my suit. So we, drive over to this super ghetto, dingy place. It's the only one that's open, and we go down to some guy's basement and basically to rent equipment for me. The gloves, the zippers didn't work, so we had to duct tape them shut. I didn't have a hood because there wasn't a hood that fit me, so I'm just kind of not prepared to be in this freezing water. So, but I'm trying to play it cool because it's our first date and stuff. So we go to the water. He's having a great time, and I can't even make it through the break. And I'm just hyperventilating, and I end up just having a panic attack because I can't breathe. I'm suffocating, this water slipping into the gloves, and I just kind of take me out. And yeah, that's how our first date ended.
What was the worst date experience you've ever had? If you've had a bad date experience.
I think I've had a bad date.
You said you choose pretty well.
I'm trying to think. Oh my god, I totally forgot about this one because I blocked it out. Oh my god. Okay, so worst experience I've ever had. I was on not Netflix. I was on Tinder.
Netflix got dated.
I was on Tinder, and this is when I first moved to America, and I had just moved from Portugal. So while I was in Portugal, I picked up Portuguese, and I'm not completely fluent, but I'm pretty I'm communicational. And so I was swiping, and I see this Brazilian guy who's super cute. He's in Newport. He speaks only Brazilian or Portuguese. So I was just kind of oh, cool. That'd be so interesting. So I swiped. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm pretty straight edge. I don't smoke, I don't drink much. I don't have anything against it. I just my body doesn't handle it super well.
Yeah.
So I was gotten ready for this date with this guy, and he picks me up, and we're talking, we're speaking Portuguese. It's totally fine. I got it handled. And as we're driving, our date is just to kind of drive around and go look at fireworks. So we're driving towards the fireworks, and on the way there, he like opens up the little dashboard and pulls out a blunt. And I'm just kind of like, okay, sure, like I'm not against it, let's go for it, you know?
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon kind of thing. And as we're smoking in the car, we really should be doing that. We were smoking in the car, I wasn't driving. And as we're smoking, I'm just like, man, I haven't had weed in so long. Like, I can't handle this, like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm already getting so trippy. And I look over at him, and I just completely forget how to speak Portuguese.
Really?
Completely forgot how to speak Portuguese, and Portuguese is the only thing he knows. So I'm just looking at him like, oh my God, I don't know. And like, we're watching these fireworks, and he's talking to me, and I'm just like, I don't know, so like, ah. And that was just so bad, like, I was like, I'm so sorry, I just like completely forget how to function when I'm like, when I'm smoking. And which is why I don't smoke. And then he was like, wow, like, he was just like so weirded out. I was super weirded out, and it was just the most awkward exchange ever. And he just ended up driving me home, and I just got out and I went right to bed. And I think I just blocked it out of my mind because it was like so awful.
So do we just flip that, turn that switch off?
Oh my God, I'm so glad.
You ever saw him again?
No. Nope.